It's time to reveal the winners of round one, Literary Mayhem Battle of the Books. Hi, I'm Mary Wilson, an online book club teacher and a homeschooling mom of four. And every year, well, for 2 years now, I have hosted a March Madness Battle of the Books that I have dubbed March Literary Mayhem. And this year, we did the classic titles versus the modern titles. This actually has my guesses on it. So if you have not downloaded your packet to fill out and complete your bracket, then that is probably the first thing you're going to want to do. There's a link below, and while it's too late to vote in round one, before you listen to the answers, you might want to go ahead and fill out your bracket so that you can keep score and vote in the remaining rounds. But tonight I am here to hop on and tell you who won in the Battle of the Books, the classic versus the modern in round one. What I want you to do, and I'm going to help you with scoring. So what I want you to do is go get your bracket, all right, so that you can look at it. And I'm going to start in the top left, and I'm going to go through the winners. And if I say the name of the book that you also voted for or you guessed would be the winner in your bracket, you're going to circle it. And if it was incorrect, you can just put a line through it. All right, so first we had Harry Potter versus Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone versus Amari and the Knight Brothers. And our winner by a landslide was Harry Potter. So if you have that correct, you can go ahead and circle it. If you voted for Amari, my love, go ahead and put a line through that one. All right, then we had The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and the Spiderwick Chronicles. And the winner, again by a landslide, was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The Hobbit versus Aragon, Battle of the Dragons. The winner is The Hobbit. The Secret Garden versus The Girl Who Drank the Moon. The winner is The Secret Garden, the classic in this case. All right, then we have Charlotte's Web versus The One and Only Ivan, two beloved animals in literature. The winner was the classic Charlotte's Web. All right, next is Poppy and the Tale of Despero. This one, the winner is The Tale of Despero. All right, then our closest race in the entire round one comes next. Trumpet of the Swan versus Because of Winn-Dixie. And winning by only 5 votes was The Trumpet of the Swan. All right, then we have Number the Stars versus A Night Divided. The winner is Number the Stars. Then we have another close race between Little Women and the Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. But eking it out by just a bit is the classic Little Women. All right, next is the Westing Game versus Mysterious Benedict Society. And our winner is the modern Mysterious Benedict Society. Then we have another pretty tight race between The Giver and The Hunger Games. This was a particularly hard one for me to decide, but winning by, let's see, 7 votes, we have The Hunger Games. All right, next we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory versus the Candy Makers. And the winner by a landslide is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Ooh, then another close one. We have The Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler versus Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library. And the winner by just, once again, 5. So I guess the other race wasn't our closest. We have a tie for the closest race. And the winner in this case is Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library. Between Nancy Drew and Framed, the winner is Nancy Drew. Between the Giving Tree and the Wish Tree, our winner is the Giving Tree. This was also a really tight one. And finally, winning by a landslide, between Winnie the Pooh and the very far north is Winnie the Pooh. All right. Once you have scored your circled or crossed out your round one selections, then you can add up how many circles you had in round one. For me, I had 9. Now in round one, I have typically done 1 point per correct team. So you'll see I gave myself 9 points and I have my circles and I have my titles crossed out. Now, here is the sad part. I already know, I've kind of covered up my other answers so you couldn't see them. But I already know I had voted for Winn-Dixie and I had actually taken Winn-Dixie into the next round. So I already know I can't get points now for these books here because I carried some of the books from the first round into another round and they didn't even win round one. So I know that's a little disheartening, but that is how the brackets work. If your family wants to do it differently and you want to now fill out new sheets based on who is still remaining, you can certainly do that. I'm going to go ahead and keep my original score sheet, but if you prefer to let everyone now print out a new sheet, put the new winners in it, and revote, then you can do that. But I'm going to go ahead and just give myself 1 point for all the ones that made it. And the next round, we're going to get 2 points for all of the titles that we picked correctly. All right. This was tons of fun. Thank you so much for participating and for voting. I know it was really hard, and I gotta be honest, it's only getting harder as it narrows down to my favorite books. But we've done the part where we filled out the bracket, that hard part, and now it's just fun to participate in the voting and vote for your favorites and see how it all turns out in the end. Thanks again, and be sure to check over at the website. If you have any questions, there's some links there with some answers. You can always print more brackets if you need them. And stay tuned because voting for round 2 will appear on that website and in my Instagram stories. There'll be a new Google form linked there. Thanks, everyone.